Governor directs relocation of Chinese company at Ikorekpele Road amidst concerns of health hazards. Akwabem First Lady encourages juvenile at Uyo Correctional Center to imbibe societal values for brighter future. AKBC Television Chapter of Nigeria Union of Journalists rounds off 35th anniversary activities with lecture. Police Dome Hotel arrest manager for alleged minors exploitation. Details of these and other reports in a moment. Good morning and happy Sunday. Welcome to Channel 45 News at Dawn. I am Akaliene Ukpong. Apparently worried over concerns raised by inhabitants of Tabernacle Road in Uyo Metropolis on possible health hazards from operations of a Chinese company in the area, Akwa Ibom said governor has ordered the relocation of the company to a designated area for companies and industries at the industrial park in Baritam, Itu local government area. Governor Moana gave the order at a ceremony to herald the construction of Tabernacle Road off Ikorekpele Road, Uyo. Government House reporter Patience John tells us more.
The order for the relocation of the company, which is currently occupying the former Solid Rock Kingdom Church on Ikorekpele Road, is to ensure the safety of the residents within the area, according to Governor Moana. The governor also mandated the commissioners for environment and that of internal security to fill his office within 48 hours of the operations of the company said to be a Chinese company.
Now please, Commissioner for Environment, Commissioner for Internal Security, in the next 48 hours I want to have a report. Say factory relocate more to the industrial park because I understand there's always a serious emission around here, and I find out some maintenance first of all and immediately relocate them to the industrial park. Factory is in the middle of a city, Akwa Ibom industrial park, and what we have done recently is to review the master plan of that industrial park. We are going to fence round all of that park, and then we'll bring a gate. What we are saying is that MCB Nam factory, industry, AID, anytime say industry, might be Nam in onion. Etang in every Nam, Etang was a Mimabi Kutum, Guinea located so in no more.
Pastor now also used the occasion to encourage youths to learn skills, promising government readiness to assist them with startup parks and accommodation for 1 year within the industrial park in order to make them self-reliant.
And young people to be able to have what to do. From your saying now fashion, from your we will have a way of selecting you. And we will give you a shop in that park. Not only will we give you a shop, we will give you business. Because I found it all from when you primary school. Is that you don't no more uniform? So you might no more uniform. I don't go for when you need not to wear a uniform. You know more. So no forget that fashion hub. Maybe come on uniform.
Patience John, AKBC News.
Irrespective of their past wrongs, juveniles at the correctional center Uyo have been advised to acquit their minds of their previous mistakes, embrace good societal norms and values, as well as put their trust in God. Wife of Akwa Ibom said Governor Pastor Patience Omono gave the council Friday when she visited the center to share words of encouragement with the children and also donate gift items to them. Margaret Bassi reports.
Pastor Patience advised them to take advantage of the discipline instilled in them to become change agents and ambassadors of Christ in the society. She described them as beautiful and handsome children. The governor's wife, who said she was determined to reform, rehabilitate and reintegrate the children into the society where they would grow to become useful citizens, urged them not to lose focus on their dreams and pledged her commitment to their welfare. She charged them to shun acts capable of truncating their future, prayed and thanked the caregivers and all staff of the home for taking care of the inmates.
Being here is not because God does not love you. Is that clear? I don't want any of you to feel that you are here because, okay, the mistake you made, God hates you. That's why you're here. No. Because He loves you. And He wants the salvation of your soul. He does not want the mistake you made to rub on you.
Pastor Patience Eno also presented Nurse Imoko as the new matron of the facility and advised them to support her. In her remarks, the coordinator of the center, Dr. Idorin Kanam, intimated the governor's wife that the children in the facility are being trained on skills like shoemaking, tailoring, and the basics of education.
A lot of them too are trying to already good trained, and there's a lot of changes with them. The staff here are educated. The only problem we have here is about light because of the vandalization.
In their separate goodwill messages, the wife of the speaker, Mrs. Margaret Otong, Commissioner for Education, Mrs. Idon Tebet, and well-gone President, Mrs. Maria Theresa Robson, applauded the governor's wife for her love in touching the lives of vulnerable children.
Mama, I was very happy now for 2 years. So I'm here to tell Her Excellency, my mother, God bless you. The mother has come to show you that she loves you. What you need to do in return is to reciprocate the love like being good children. You are supposed to be in different schools for training and education that will give you the future. Very funny that. But you know in life we have the ups and the downs. This has happened to you. As I sat there, I was thinking, I said, what would have led them to be here? I would have loved to read your Bible.
The children at the center made promises to be change agents and show good character.
We
Margaret Bassi, AKBC News.
Proper funding and rehabilitation of the Akwa Ibom Broadcasting Corporation AKBC was the common denominator during the 35th anniversary lecture of the AKBC Television Chapel of the NUJ. The lecture, which topic was digitization, refining journalism practice in AKBC Television in a global setting, was witnessed by the Commissioner for Information, Comrade Ini Ememebon, represented by his Permanent Secretary, Akparawa James Edit, Director General AKBC Dr. Anieti Ukbe, and former Director General Mercy Otu. Also present were a former Chairman, Finance and Appropriation, Kwame State House of Assembly, and Commissioner for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, Sir Adaze Obolom, NUJ Chairman Comrade Amos Eto. Host of the celebration and Chairman, Television Chapel of NUJ, Comrade Udrak Eko. Here is a report.
He highlighted the need for AKBC to be abreast with the current trends in digital transmission and for staff to position themselves properly ahead of the station's planned move into the DSTV bouquet. Professor Akpan, however, expressed the necessity for AKBC to be properly equipped in order to enable staff compete effectively with stations within and outside the country.
Requiring journalism practice in AKBC television in a global setting. Our job mainly is that we are content creators. We create content. And we are producers, presenters. We create content for the news. We create content for our programs. And so, as much as possible, I will try to move away from the technical aspect and look at the utility value of digitalization, how it can help us in doing our job.
The chairman of the lecture presentation, Sir Adasi Obolo, an ex-staff of the newsroom, challenged journalists in the AKBC to live up to their moral responsibility of making governments accountable by reporting without fear of favor while using civil language to promote development.
So let me use this medium to ask government to attach greater importance to the media over their head and to allow them freedom to exercise what is all about journalism.
The Commissioner for Information and Strategy, Comrade Iniememoba, commended the AKBC for living up to its mandates of enlightening the public about government and other programs, adding that the Omoino administration was determined to raise its standards to make it a global brand. Represented by Yaparawa James Ede, Permanent Secretary, the Commissioner urged staff to be ready to utilize the golden opportunity offered by the government.
We hear about the complaints, and sometimes they will say that the current government under Somalia, I don't know how to exaggerate matters. I'm saying this with all amount of responsibility that these are now occasion on more than one to discuss any risk with the governor. While we know that commissioner, I was the acting commissioner at that time, they reviewed the whole number of meetings we had with the governor about AKBC. I'm willing and I'm convinced and I know for sure that the governor is very passionate about AKBC.
Director General of AKBC, Pastor Anietu Bay, commended the healthy relationship between the Information Ministry and the corporation and urged staff of AKBC to await the unprecedented packages organized for them.
And the number two, we talk about our activating process for us to be on this TV. The process has begun, and we simply need to take it to a conclusion. We invite the meeting that we talk about, and yesterday in Abuja, I had another meeting with somebody, and we can only hope that sooner than later, AKBC will be on the DSTV.
Other speakers such as Mercy Otu, Comfort Umana, Amos Etuk, Nene Jewel, and Justice Udalsoro hampered on the need for government to turn its patronage to AKBC as its legitimate mouthpiece by financially establishing it and providing it with hard and soft ways to perform its duties.
Today, and of recent, we discovered that government officials who also know that AKBC is a government establishment first run to non-state media platforms. But the government media, in view of the fact that we have so many social media challenging the traditional media. And I'm so happy to be here and see all of the progress. Now we look back and we are thankful to God that we are still a family. For 55 years, no office. For 55 years, we are operating in that studio that was a generator house. The Bible says
chapel chairman, Deaconess Udrag Ekong, the anniversary and the lecture topic were all designed to commence a conversation that had AKBC television as its focus. Mrs. Ekong solicited the cooperation of members to actualize the dreams of the founding fathers of the establishment.
We have enough the needed expertise. We do not have the right working tools to get those things to be. Our environment in the room is also not conducive. And I remember that when we started as a chapel, one very important focus that we had as an executive was to ensure that our members' welfare is a point of priority. And welfare is not just infrastructure of the stomach, it is what we used to do our job and do it well.
High points of the lecture series was the cutting of the anniversary cake. Esther Warren, AKBC News.
Still to come on the news, hotel manager receptionist arrested for alleged minors exploitation as police raids facility. This and more when we return. Stay with us.
This is all where we all belong. The place where life is beautiful. The peaceful ambience we enjoy when we live together in unity and love. It's all you know. We go stand together, we go make them better. We be brothers and sisters, no matter where we be. It's all you know. No matter where we be, we are one. Let's live together in peace and harmony.
The 93rd inaugural lecture of the University of Ife has been slated for Thursday this week. In a press statement signed by the Registrar of the University, Mrs. Blossom Okorie, the lecture has as its topic, Wrong Diagnosis and Policy Somersaults, the Bane of Nigeria's Development Strides. It will be presented by Professor Isaac Ayabinka Yandele, expert on Operations, Research and Strategic Management, Faculty of Management Sciences, University of Uyo. The release indicates that the lecture will hold at the 1,000 capacity TED Fund Auditorium on the main campus along Wangiba Road at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It states that the Vice Chancellor, Professor Nyaudon Dayu, has invited members of the university community as well as interested members of the public to attend the 93rd inaugural lecture and be seated before 2:45 in the afternoon. It was a sight to behold when the village head of Ibaku in Uyo local government area, Etidon Gabriel Mbeke, exchanged marital vows with his heartthrob, Sergeant Dorothy Ita of Ibiakoran in Oran local government area. The wedding ceremony, which climaxed with a Thanksgiving service held at St. Peter's Catholic Church, Ibaku Parish, Uyo. Juliet Richard reports.
Gabriel Mbeke and Dorothy Ita, while declaring their marriage vows, promised to love and care for each other all the days of their life. Their vows were sealed with the exchange of ring and signing of marriage certificates.
I bless you, Dorothy Ita, to be my wife. I will love you and honor you all the days of my life.
I, Dorothy Ita, take you never back to be my husband. I promise to be true to you. I will love you. I honor you all the days of my life.
congratulating the couple, Reverend Ebebe Aya urged the husband to love his wife just like Christ loves the church, urging the wife to reciprocate the love with submissiveness. He advised them to, most importantly, allow Christ to be at the center of their union.
Remember, it is for better, for worse. It is not only when things are good. When things are bad, you are there. When things are not good with your husband, you stand there, you're there. When your husband is in a tight corner, you stand by your husband. That's what that is. When your wife is in a tight corner, you stand by her. Your wife is your better half. If your wife is not there, things will be much more difficult for you. Your wife has to be there. She's a great source of support for you. You don't turn her into a slave. She is a great part of you. And I'm very glad that you celebrate this wedding today. God has blessed it. As we are all smiling and celebrating, there is the same smiling and celebration in heaven. God's complete, God's day. What we have said is what God is also saying. The blessing we need here today is God's own blessing. It doesn't come from any source. May that blessing go with you now and forever.
At the reception, the couple performed their first matrimonial assignment of cutting their cake and feeding each other. In a remark, the chairman on the occasion charged the people of Ibalku village to emulate the good example of their village head.
By emulating the good example of your family.
Witnesses of the ceremony were thrilled with different cultural display. The ceremony climaxed on Sunday with a Thanksgiving service at the same church. Richard, AKBC News.
Congratulations to them. The Minister of State Petroleum Resources, Henneken Twepobere, says Port Harcourt Refinery will resume production by December with a target of 54,000 to 60,000 barrels of refined petroleum products per day. Mr. Lokobere, who gave the assurance on Friday during facility inspection of the refinery to know the extent of work done, expressed satisfaction. He said that the rehabilitation of the first phase of the refinery has been achieved and would commence production by the end of the year, noting that from all indications the first phase will come on stream by the end of 2023. The minister assured that Warri will start by the first quarter of next year and Kaduna will follow at the end of 2024. He hinted that in addition to Dangote Refinery, Nigeria will be able to stop fuel importation, start saving substantial part of funds, as well as benefit from full deregulation. According to him, his team will inspect all refineries in the country to ensure the importation of fuel by next year. Also speaking, the Minister of State's Gas Resources, noted that the federal government intends to attract foreign investors in the gas subsector, as well as end gas flaring and boost electricity in the country. The Gender Unit of the Nigeria Police Force Criminal Investigation Department Federal Capital Territory has raided Ignobis hotels in Kubwa for alleged abuse and endangerment of minors. It was learned that an investigation police officers of the Social Development Secretariat, SDS, FCT administration, and representatives of non-governmental organizations carried out the operation Friday. After the raid, the hotel management, Agabrose Chidi, and a restaurant operator in the hotel were arrested and taken to the 4CID for questioning and further investigation. Earlier, the SDS had received a petition from an NGO, Human Rights Agenda Network, alleging that the hotel was harboring minors and exposing them to sexual exploitation. The SDS officer in charge of the case, Joy Umokivie, said that the SDS channeled the petition to the gender unit of the 4CID to investigate the matter. Umokivie added that the hotel was classified as a brothel by residents, where young girls, including underage girls, were being brought in for sex. She said that in the petition, H-Ran had alleged that a 12-year-old minor and her younger brother, 4, were staying at the hotel with a woman purported to be their mother. Omokivia said after an investigation was carried out, the 12-year-old girl was rescued and is currently in the custody of Social Welfare Department, while the young boy is still with the mother. According to her, the raid was part of an ongoing investigation to determine the veracity of the allegations, and if found to be true, rescue the minors and prosecute the culprits. And now to end the news, another look at the top stories. Apparently worried over concerns raised by inhabitants of Tabernacle Road in Uyo Metropolis on possible health hazards from operations of a Chinese company in the area, Akwa Ibom State Governor has ordered the relocation of the company to a designated area for companies and industries at the industrial park in Baritam, Itu local government area. Governor Moino gave the order at the ceremony to herald the construction of Tabernacle Road off Ikorekpene Road, Uyo. We also told you that the 93rd inaugural lecture of the University of Uyo has been slated for Thursday this week. In a press statement signed by the registrar of the university, Mrs. Blossom Okorie, the lecture has as its topic Wrong Diagnosis and Policy Somersaults, the Bane of Nigeria's Development Strides. That's the package. Thanks so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. Once again, happy Sunday and good morning.